Bengals, coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've AFC matchup in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. DJ Reader gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 38. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it off it, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation, we were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
64 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Mixon. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. They run for it with Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon taking it in from a yard out. And the Bengals will strike first here, this wild card matchup. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. And now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the second round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
Second and 4. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They go play action here on first down. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. That catch good for only a couple.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. He'll look to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And the Steelers are going to be looking at a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Harris. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Now it's Burrow. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run with Mixon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Always so many storylines when you're playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense, their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor and specifically his comments and his confidence at the press conference where he really all but guaranteed a victory.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken aback because you don't normally see that. And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He feels great about his team. But on the other hand, I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I guess what he was trying to do was fire up his team. But he has to make sure he doesn't fire up the other guys because there have been a lot of coaches who've made guarantees that are no longer coaching in this league. But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside. He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Another try for Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon in the final seconds of the first half, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts. Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Taken from about the 12.
Powering forward and just shedding him off there.
And they're going to be set up beautifully. A heck of a return down inside the 40-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron there to make the grab. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will shrink to 6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
Good throw a good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
No gain on the play there, second down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Here's Burrow. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back now in Cincinnati. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now Burrow on first down. He completes it to Boyd. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Mixon again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon
punching it in from a yard away. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. make sure he gets a lot of angles.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He finds McCoy. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. An incredible play there on fourth down in their own territory.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken from about the 12.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Derek Watt, 30 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
He's got Johnson. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game.
Pass complete to Harris.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. He will go out right near the 35-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. On the give, this is Harris. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring out a 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to advance to the divisional round. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this game will remain tied. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules are the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Open man completes it to Claypool. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive.
Holding offense. Don't you do that.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand. Now back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Steelers send out their punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 174 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. Now time to see what Burrow can do here in OT. That caught by Tremble.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, Definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Throwing, Burrow. Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Burrow. And it's caught. Not much there, only a yard. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Burrow. Flushed out right. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on to the playoffs.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.